Hey guys, how are you? It is John Seymour, your serial entrepreneur. Hey, welcome there, Michelle. It's great to see you. Yes, hello from Atlanta. Actually, in Florida today, traveling, visiting some family. And thank you so much. So, we are talking about a very interesting topic. But before we get started with that topic, let's go live and let's go ahead and first thank everyone for coming today. I know a lot of you are traveling on the holidays, but I still broadcast the shows even when I'm on vacation. I never take a vacation from you guys because I think content is so important because we always need to keep improving our lives. Whether you're watching us at night, whether that's 1 a.m., 1 p.m., 12 noon, 12 p.m., 10 a.m., 10 p.m., whatever you choose, thank you so much for making Inspiration of Your Life a daily part of your motivational day. And so, if you're new and you're watching us, well, just grab your camera, point over the QR code like so, touch the yellow ellipse, and you'll get my link tree, or you can go to believemeachieve.com for more of my great creation. So, thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart for being here. And let's get into our master topic. So, that master topic, ladies and gentlemen, everybody ready for it? Here's our master topic. That master topic is, I know you're ready for it. Here it is. How to break out of your shell. Series 2, which means we're in our second year. Show 27, episode 24. And for those of you who don't know, we also have a national radio show that now spans most of the United States. And we have close to, I think, 5 million viewers. So very grateful for that. And if you guys are interested in advertising or anything, you can definitely reach out to us. But, I want to talk about how to break out of your shell. So when you have a baby chick starts out in this shell, right? And the baby chick has to basically peck all the way around that shell, as we said before, very slowly because it takes them a couple of days, and they don't have the strength to do it all. And we said that if you break out from the inside out, life begins. If you do from the outside in, life ends. So when we think about breaking out of a shell, you probably say, well, gee, I don't have a shell. So a shell is a proverbial term, right? So chicks have it, but what is a shell? Well, a shell is something we put around ourselves, but according to our good friends, yes, you know who I'm going to go to, Merriam Webster, our good friends at Merriam Webster say, what is a shell? Well, according to Merriam Webster, and I quote, it's a hard, rigid, usually largely calcareous covering or support of an animal. The hard or tough, often thin outer covering of an egg, as of a bird or reptile. The covering or outside part of a fruit or seed, especially when hard or fibrous. Shell material as of mollusks or turtles, or the substance. Something that resembles a shell, such as a framework or exterior structure, a building with unfinished interior, external case, or outside covering. And then a thin, usually spherical layer or surface enclosing a space or surrounding an object, a casing without substance, an edible outer layer of usually baked or fried pastry, or bread for holding a filling, a band shell, a small beer glass, an unlined article of underwear, a shell bearing mollusk, an impersonal attitude or manner that conceals the presence or absence of feelings. Aha, there we are. That's the word we're talking about that one. And a narrow, light racing boat propelled by one or more persons pulling oars or sculls. Um, any of the regions occupied by the orbits of a group of electrons of approximately equal energy surrounding the nucleus of an atom. A projectile for cannon containing an explosive bursting charge. A case as of metal, paper, or plastic that holds the charge of powder and shot or bullet used with breech loading small arms. A plain, usually sleeveless blouse or sweater. A company or corporation that exists without assets or independent operations as a legal entity through which another company or corporation can conduct various dealings. So now that we understand what the heck a shell is, I hope this will, give you guys a little more understanding. So when we think about, I think when we think about shell, we're thinking about all these things, but we're not necessarily thinking about the feelings. We're not necessarily thinking about ourselves. And so when we think about shell, the way I want to think about it today is comparing our shell to the shell of a baby chick, as I just did. And also, what prevents us from wanting to break free of our shell? Well, it's really simple. A lot of times people are very judgmental. They feel that everyone's always analyzing them. The truth of the matter is they're not. They're just looking at their own stuff. And you're so worried about thinking what they're going to be looking at, but they really don't analyze. And so those little flaws that you believe you have, they haven't even noticed them because they're so busy working and looking at their own stuff that they're not even concerned with the flaws. They're interested in what you're doing. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to a recital, and I've done piano recitals many times. I've done dance recitals. I've done acting. And, there's always that chance where you're going to mess up, right? You're going to slip up. And it happens. What my directors have always told me, John, just keep going. And, when I've done that, even though I made a mistake, no one knew I made a mistake. And it went very, very well. You see, confidence is the reason most people don't break out of their shell. That's right, confidence. So you might say, John, how the heck do you build confidence? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to have confidence in yourself. If you don't have confidence in yourself, how is anyone ever going to have confidence in you? So that's the first thing that I want to say to you. If you don't have confidence in yourself, no one is ever going to have confidence in you. Okay? And so when we think about confidence, we put it as something, very way out there, like something that, is like way up on a pedestal. So don't put it up on a pedestal. Confidence starts with you believing. Now you might say, John, I don't even know how to do this. Well, a journey of a million miles has to start with the first step, right? And success can never start unless we have a first thought. So the successful project always starts with a thought. Even if it's not a successful thought, it starts with a thought, and that thought evolves. So success, okay, is when we are able to be in balance with what's around us. Now, you might be saying to me, John, how the heck do you just break free of a shell? Well, there's a lot of shells that you can break free from, right? You have shells of relationships. You have a shell from being in work, right? That's one kind of shell that you could have. You could have a shell if you're volunteering. So there's lots of different shells. But my question is, why is it when people start to come out of their shell, or they start to believe that they have something, that they suddenly retract and they go back in? It's not because they want to. That's the first thing I want to share with you. It's not because they want to. It's because they get fearful of what they're doing, and they start to psychoanalyze themselves. That's right. They start to psychoanalyze themselves. And in so doing, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I can't do that." And it's not that they can't do it, it's the belief. We've all talked about Henry Ford before. And he said that if you believe you can't, you're right. And if you believe you can, you're also right. So before we can get anything in our life, I don't care if it's money, if it's confidence, if it's relationships, right? Good health, we have to believe that we have it. They may say, John, how the heck can I believe it? Well, Neville Goddard said something a very long time ago: live the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So, how do you live the feeling of the wish fulfilled when you don't have any money or you don't have great health? So, you can start by being grateful. We've talked about that. I have John's alphabet of gratitude, where you can start doing your alphabet in the morning and your alphabet at night. And so, really feeling what you're grateful for, not just saying the words. And I feel that a lot of people, when we say live the feeling of the wish fulfilled, they get all, I don't know, confused. How do you live the feeling of the wish fulfilled? Well, John, I don't have 10 million, let's say right now. Okay, I get it. So create a false ledger, like maybe a fictitious ledger, and you can have software and you can pretend to be spending money out of that ledger. Okay. And as you spend money out of that ledger, even though you're not really spending it, you're going through the process of it, the thoughts, the emotions. You see, this is what propels our life forward. This is what gets us out of a shell. If we become positive about ourselves and what we're doing, then other people are going to become positive in what we're doing. So if we're great at what we're doing and we can befriend ourselves and we can love ourselves and we can trust ourselves and we can give ourselves confidence, other people are gonna be like, hey, he's got his act together. Or he or she, they're on the ball. Like, I like working with this person, or they're a good friend, or, they're a go getter, or they're somebody who takes initiative, right? They're not a wallflower. They don't like just, or just become a yes man, that they just yes everything. They don't really know what they're doing. They just try to go along with whatever the crew says. And that's not right either. So when we think about how to break out of your shell, I'm not talking about using a hammer. I'm not talking about screaming and yelling. What I am talking is about you digging deep inside you to find out what's going to build more confidence. So, one thing you could do is you can practice what it is you want to do alone. And then when you have to do that in front of someone else, it's going to be like you've done it already. Now, that might sound crazy, but it's not. You see, our body doesn't know, if we were like to visualize, our body doesn't know whether we're doing it for real or whether we're imagining it. And the more that we practice what we're doing, the more we build confidence. The more we build confidence, the more we're able to, as I like to say, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. And so by going with the flow, it has to be something that is intuitive to you, but it doesn't start out like that. You see, it does not start out like that. Why? Because we have to assume what we want to be. We have to make the assumption of it. Now, I'm not saying assume it and then not believing it. I'm saying to presume this is you, presume this is your life. And, science and many great teachers before me have said that, what we focus on is what will manifest in our life. Now, it may not manifest now or in 5 seconds, but it will manifest. Just keep staying vigilant, keep staying on your path. And when you get a small victory, celebrate that small victory. That will build confidence. Maybe you're training for a run and you only did 5 miles. It's not like the 20 miles. Well, celebrate the fact that you did 5 miles. Maybe you're trying to lose weight and you only lost a couple pounds. Celebrate that you lost 2 pounds. Okay. Celebrate any positive activity so you can reinforce the activity. When we're able to notice something as being positive and we celebrate that, well, more things start to evolve from that. We start to have good feelings, dopamine releases in our brain and our blood. And when that happens, it's like we get a natural high to do something. See, people say to me, John, how do you know if you're on the right path? Well, you're on the right path if you feel good. If you feel good about what you're doing, you are on the right path. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am by now. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic Sunday evening. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. Go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space MRLAY Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or perhaps even a delicious dessert plate. How are you there, Ken? Savoring the flavor of the awesomeness in you, sir, for sharing your delectable, scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty, good, heartfelt thoughts with us today. Thank you so much. And another one here. So this is Marshall Arsley, savor the flavor, the awesomeness in you, sir, for joining us today. Yes, welcome, welcome. Love to get some more people. And I have an article that just got released today, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you guys will go check out that article. I definitely love it. I work to create content that I believe is going to inspire and help us grow. Well, the title of this article is amazing. Well, the title of the thumbnail says, "The Danger of Artificial Intelligence. Can artificial intelligence technology harm your child?" And the title is of the article, in case you're wondering what the actual title is, Dangers of Your Family's New AI Teddy Bear Storyteller. And so I hope you will check that out. It's an amazing article. And I believe that when we share information, we help others, but we also grow. Again, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I love being with you guys. And this is going to be an amazing week because breaking out of our shell is something that's not easy to do. But once we learn how to do it, we can do it in many different places: relationship, business, career, volunteering. Once we know how to do it, it's kind of like once we learn how to scramble eggs, we could scramble eggs anywhere. We could scramble eggs in our kitchen. We could scramble eggs outside. We could scramble eggs in an airplane. We could scramble eggs on a camping trip. We could scramble eggs at a party. We could scramble eggs anywhere. So, what I'm sharing with you are tools to help you grow. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night, which is Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow. And yes, we will even be here July 4th. Again, I never take a vacation for you guys. I hope you have an amazing night. And be sure to check out all of my great stuff, including everything at believemeachieve.com. And this becomes a podcast, you guys know, in 24 hours. So you can always, download the podcast and be able to listen and soak in these nuggets even more. Have yourself an amazing night, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. So take care and be well.